All right, I find out that so many times when we get this kind of insole, or probably you actually want to create a platform heel, you find it always very difficult to get the actual size of this inner part. And today, of course, we are going to be looking into that. So the first thing I'm going to suggest you do is you get a plain sheet. Now, I have had some people suggest that you place it on an EVA foam and armor it. We are definitely going to do the two, and you are going to choose your choice on which of them you want to use at every point in time. So I'm going to be starting with this, this paper method. I'm going to scratch this, and I'm going to place it on it and try to use it to create, or form the shape that I need. I hope this is long enough. Okay, I think it's long enough. So I'm going to place it and I'm going to try to create all of this all around it. So with this, now look at what has happened here. The length is seemingly okay, but this part is not very okay. I don't always mind when I'm creating this because of the different amazing challenges that comes with not getting it right. So I want to always be very careful. So I'm just going to add another thing at that edge. Like add another paper here. So I'm going to try to apply, gum here and also around here, because I find that this side too is not sewn properly. So instead of cutting a totally new one, you don't have to. Just let this one be attached to this. Attach this one to this side. So this one will be here, and I'm going to return it into that corner again. So all these places, they are okay. These ones are okay, because by the time you cut the EVA foam, it will still be reflecting at the side. So you have to be very careful on this part. So you find out that this is appropriate. By the time you cut your EVA foam, it will fill in all those sides. It will fill in all those sides. Anyone that is wider should be worked on. If it's wider, you really need to work on it. So as soon as you have gotten all of this right, now the reason why I am not bothered about this part and this part that seems, a bit free, is because by the time you are lacing, it will be difficult for, after you have laced around that insole, it will be difficult for it to sit back inside if it is very tight. And the kind of design I'm creating is an open toe design that is going to take like as wide as this. So I really want to be very careful with this part, which is the reason I'm going to also still reduce this more. So I'm going to also add a bit to this part. So I can easily place this here, and I can use it to cut my EVA foam conveniently. So let's go to, okay, if I'm not going to use EVA foam, I just want to place it on it, how will it look like? Let's go right into that. Now for this, one thing you can do, just for you to be able to know exactly where to cut out, you have different options. Some people can actually make use of a chalk just to all of the edges all around, so that by the time they place it on top of the EVA foam, which is also called Mako, it will be reflecting that part. So I'm going to place it on it and try to hammer it down. The funniest thing is that sometimes it moves away if you are not an expert in doing this. So you need to be very careful. Now you can see that it has created an outline all around for me, you know, considering the chalk. So I'm just going to follow that path and cut out. So from this, let's try to trace what we can see. Now this seems very quick. Yes, that is if you have mastered how to do it. It's very quick. You can see it's the exact size of what I want. It's exactly the size, except for this part that, you look at this part, there was something that happened here. So I wasn't sure of which one is the right one. So I'm going to try to. So this one seems to be very fast if you can actually master how to use it. So with this one now, we have to align it and try to see how we can get the part that is not okay to return into it. So if you're not careful, you will not see what you want to trim out from here. So with this is fitting and staying inside it. However, you will still need to finish all of the edges so that by the time you finish attaching it to it, when you finish wrapping, it will not be too small. So you are still going to try to, you know, use your sandpaper to reduce all around. So So by the time you do that all around, it will stay inside perfectly well. It must stay inside easily. That is the best way to enjoy this. Now, if you look at this, you find out that it looks like it's not fitting it again. By the time you wrap, it will fit it because your leather is going to actually fill up a part of this and also fill a part of this one also at this point. It's going to fill the sides too. So that's why you really need to be very careful when you are cutting this. And you want to place it on a plain platform to see. Don't just use your hand and do like this and say, oh, he's sizing it, it's okay. No, put it on a plain platform like the way it's supposed to be. Press it down and press it down to see. If you see that it's still feeling it, it will not size it again by the time you finish wrapping it. So you want to make sure that there is at least a little space by the time you place it on the floor or on the flat plain surface. You know, understand, a surface like this, it will still become, you know, still longer than what you want. So basically, that's how you are supposed to actually cut an insole such as this. I believe you have been able to learn one or two things from this. I'm going to definitely see you in my next video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you also click the notification bell so that each time I upload a video, you will be notified. I'm going to see you next time.